Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crash Talk. I'm your host, Killer Cam. With me always is your boy, Ja Resurrecta.
Yes, sir. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. So,
I missed our audience. I missed you because I've been wanting to talk to you about some cool stuff, and I never want to talk to you about this stuff now anymore unless we're on the show.
Unless we're on air, I know. And that's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way to do it. So, what's new with you? How's your week? How's your life been going?
Still early in the week. Good. Things are just kind of progressing as a normal week would. With work and family and crying baby and whatever.
You stole a baby?
Yeah, they cry when you take them. Apparently.
Weird. Who knew?
No, but my son, he's been really good, sleeping through the night. Every once in a while, though, a little 5 a.m. scream sesh that I'm sure wakes up the entire community. But
Sure.
It's usually gas, which
I'm sure the neighbors love it.
sucks. Yeah, but yeah, that's it for me. What about you? Did anything specific stand out to you so far this week?
Not really. Worked a lot. I've been working a lot, as you know. But that's okay. I like work.
Yeah.
So work's been going well. And last episode was fun. And
I really had fun doing the last episode.
Me too, man.
So much stuff that we didn't even get to talk about that we will eventually.
Yeah, we missed out on a lot of stuff to talk about.
Wait, real quick. I saw that people really love that story about the girl who goes missing and her robot grandma takes care of her.
Yeah.
It's in our shorts.
I got a few more stories like that.
Yeah, we should share them. So I just wanted to call that out.
Yeah.
Very cool short. I saw the editing and stuff that went into it. It looks really good. So good job on that.
Thank you.
Great story too, and I'm glad it got some attention.
Yeah,
it's fun. So cool, man. I appreciate the effort you put into those.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they look good.
Cool. Yeah, I'm glad you dug it. Yeah, a lot of people were digging it, which is awesome.
Yeah. And to call it to Chase too.
Yeah, Chase. Mac on console, which is a clever name. Mac on console, clever.
That is a clever name.
Yeah, and
nice.
Yeah, he has a sick gaming channel. He's a killer gamer. So sick gaming channel. And yeah, he's been he's always in the chat, always helping out.
Yeah. So call out to him.
Shout out for sure.
He wants to help with the channel whenever he can. He's always reaching out. Just cool to have that. Thank you, Chase. So good man. Good man.
Indeed. Good man indeed. You know what?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
For Chase. But no, I got a few of those crazy stories where it's like, what the hell? One is similar to that grandma one.
You have it right now? Tell me this freaking story.
Yeah, so I got
anything close to that I love.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, I know. I love it too. That's why I know these ones. So I love the robot grandma because that's crazy. But this one is pretty nuts too. So a little boy, he leaves his house. They all live in the woods, right?
Okay.
He leaves his house to go fishing. And he's by the stream. It's not too far from his place. Okay. But he goes for fishing. He goes to find a better angle, see if there's some more fish up the river.
Is it listed like a young kid?
He's a young kid.
Okay.
He's about, 7 years old.
Do you know about what time, the 90s, the 80s?
This was I think like the 70s.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
In the 70s, there's this little boy. He was like 9 years old.
I'm just trying to get a full
9
picture.
Yeah.
I even see the memory or see it in my mind in 70s video.
Yeah.
You know, where it's kind of like the sepia almost.
Even when I think of like the 1950s.
Yeah.
I see it in black and white.
Right?
Like everything was dull colored or black and white.
Isn't that so funny?
I know, but it's like everything was as vibrant as it is, but you can't imagine because
think about that. Yeah.
Only seen it.
Weird. The 1800s, 1880 was just as vibrant in color as we are today, but there's no way I can picture it like that without trying to.
Yeah.
My instant go-to is black and white or that kind of old-timey.
World War II looked like this.
Right.
But they saw it as not that. So, yes, I got a couple crazy stories. So the one that I want to get to. So it was this 8-year-old boy. He's fishing in a stream not too far from his house. His parents are home. They're chilling. He wants to find some more fish. So he goes upstream a little bit.
Yeah.
and then he sees a cottage, and he's like, I don't remember that cottage being there. And so he goes and he starts strolling up, and he's like, a little weary. Oh, this is a stranger's cottage.
Yeah, even it's the 70s. People were a lot more relaxed back then, for sure. But still, it's a little cottage in the woods. People know Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody kept their doors unlocked, all that good stuff. But yeah. So he sees, and so he's a little weary, but he sees his neighbor on the porch. So he's like, oh, it's all good then. Not the neighbor that would live in that cottage. Because that cottage he's never seen before.
A familiar face from his neighborhood.
A familiar face, though. Okay. So he's like, oh, it must be a fine place, right? Chase, what's up, my boy?
There
Chase
he
in the
is.
chat. So he's like, oh, it's a neighbor. It must be fine. So he goes up. He says hi to the neighbor. The neighbor's a little more quiet than usual, but he's like, all right. So he goes there, and it's these lovely people in this great home, and they're chit-chatting, and he's there. They say, hey, would you mind staying for dinner? And he's like, yeah, I'd love to stay for dinner. He's like, I should probably ask my parents. Like, no, I'm sure it's fine. The neighbor says, no, you're fine. Yeah, just have dinner. Then you go home and you'll be all good.
Wow, yeah.
So he eats.
Different time.
Yep. So he eats, has a great dinner. And then he goes, he thanks everybody. He starts walking away, and they're all standing there waving bye to him. And he looks back, and he's like, okay. He's like, thanks again.
All right.
And he's walking away. Yeah, walking home.
Thanks for all the waves.
Yep, goes across the stream, looks back, and the cottage is gone. And he's like,
oh, you know what? You never cross the streams. You never cross the stream.
So
that's what
he looks back.
Mistake.
The stream.
Yeah.
Looks back from the stream. The cottage isn't there. And he's like, oh, maybe it's further over the hill,
Okay, so now the stream. So he traverses a little stream. And when he turns back around after going over this little stream, he can no longer see the cottage or the people. Even though he could see it from the beginning of the stream.
Minutes ago.
That's a little strange.
So he was walking on his way to the stream, and turns around once he gets a little further down, turns back, the cottage is gone. And then he hears running and yelling. And so he turns back towards his place, and it's his parents and a bunch of police officers running towards him. And they're like, the mom comes, scoops him up.
Okay, yeah. Well, I guess if he was gone all day and they didn't know where he was.
They're like, Charlie, where have you been?
Yeah.
He was gone for 2 days.
Oh.
Like, Charlie, where have you been?
I was going to say, cops didn't overreact like that in the 70s.
He said, I was just having dinner at the house right here.
Yeah.
And he says, and Barry, you were there. Because the neighbor was part of the search party.
Oh.
And Barry is like, I've been looking for you for 2 days. I was never at that house.
So that wasn't even really the neighbor?
No.
What?
No. So they looked. He explained exactly where the cottage. You go over this hill. You make a right near the big tree. Explained exactly where. Even the people were like, the police officers like, there's never been a cottage here. Like, I don't know.
Oh, there's not even a cottage.
Nothing was there. They took the kid back to try and find where it was. No cottage, no nothing, no people. The neighbor was like, I was never there. I don't know what you're talking about. And so it was like the kids, like, what happened then?
Yeah.
Where was I for 2 days when it seemed like a couple hours?
Yeah, I'm at a loss because I'm even on trying to unpack this, in my head, and I'm hearing a time dilation, of course, because he was gone for a lot longer than he thought he was.
Seemingly a few hours, but 2 days.
Some sort of ability to change your form, right? Because
Scotty
the
saw
neighbor,
his neighbor, but it wasn't.
The fact they chose the neighbor that was
a familiar face
would have given him enough trust to go.
But they didn't choose like his father or his mother or anything, because that's too like, Mom, why are you there? I just saw you 2 minutes ago.
So that shows intelligence. And I wonder what did they have to gain from this? Why did they want him to stay with them, but then still let him go?
And let him go and fed him and everything.
But he had time dilation, so something happened to him that he doesn't even remember happening if he was gone that long.
So, and I know, and this may be a bit of a farce to some people, but I know a lot of people think, aliens. I know that people think they take your memories or replace your memories. Yeah. Hence why people think they're seeing owls when really they're seeing aliens come in and abduct the heck out of them. So crazy.
So what else causes time dilation? electromagnetic fields, gravity, in your speed in or how fast you're traveling. Okay. So these are the types of things that could cause like time dilation like that. So let's say it was like another universe or another dimension.
Yeah, who knows?
And somehow there was enough electromagnetic interference to allow the two to overlap or something.
Or this dimension, and it was legit just aliens that fucking
they
took him up
it
in
was
a
a
ship,
trick.
probed the heck out of him, and he had no idea. He thought he was having dinner with Barry and some strangers.
Oh man, it's never fun to come home and be like, I don't remember the last 2 days, but I think I was probed. That's
there's
not cool.
There's another story I'll say real quick, just because the end is the crazy part.
Okay.
This brother and sister go hiking. The 2 days go by. Nobody's heard from them. On like the 4th day after they've been searching, dude shows up. The brother shows up to an aunt's house. Just like, hey, what's up?
Okay.
They're like, Jerry, where the freak have you been?
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? And he's like, I've been, where was I? And he couldn't remember.
Oh, even he shows up there, but then doesn't remember how he got there.
And then they're like, where's Misha, his sister? And he's like, oh yeah, we were
Misha
together.
is part of the earth now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Misha's with us now.
Misha don't
Care what you think. Misha do what the fuck I want.
So they're like, yeah, where's Mish?
That's an evil version
They
of
call
Jar
her
Jar
Mish.
Binks.
Jar Jar Binks is an evil version of Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, his whole fake bullshit that he puts on. Misha don't know what I did wrong. He's like destroying their ships accidentally.
While he's choking someone, he's like, Misa's so crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking, Force lightning. Misa having fun.
That would be hilarious. He was a Jedi the whole time.
Well, you've heard that theory, the Darth Jar Jar.
I have not heard this theory.
Because
I would have never listened to
so
it. I will now.
Let me explain the Darth Jar Jar theory to you.
Do it. Wait, did you finish your story?
We'll get there.
Wait, but before I forget how it starts, just finish it and then we'll go to Jar Jar. I just want to hear the end. I mean, I'm actually intrigued.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll do it so we can edit it into a nice little short. So So what happened was this guy and his sister, they go out and they go hiking. 2 days, they're gone.
Yeah.
Search party comes out. Day 4, guy pops up at an aunt's house, miles away.
Doesn't remember how he got there.
Does not remember how he got there.
Okay.
Well, they ask him questions. Hey, how'd you get here? Where's your sister? I don't remember. He just doesn't remember. And so they're like, well, where were you last? He's like, I know we went to the forest. Like, yeah, you told us you guys were going to the forest. You said you were going to blah, blah forest. So where's your sister? What happened in the past 4 days? He's like, 4 days. He's like, I thought it was like a couple hours. Ooh. And he's like, and I don't know where she is. Never found again, the sister.
Really?
Never found.
And he has no idea what happened.
No recollection of where he was, how he got to the aunt's house, which is miles away. Like he's at
Were they young?
The west side of the state. No, these are adults.
Oh.
He's at one side of the state. Literally, the opposite side of the state is where he showed up at his aunt's house.
Okay. On foot.
On foot. Totally good.
4 days.
He was missing like his a lot of his equipment. He just had a light coat on and like a few other things. Most of his camping gear and all that gone. Don't know where it is.
I hate when the missing are never solved and you just don't know what happened.
I know.
It's such a rough way to leave a story.
I know. I have another one we'll get to in a little bit about a little boy, and it's crazier than heck.
What about the green children? You know that story?
I've seen Game of Thrones, yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Were there green children in Game of
Thrones? No, remember when the first men came, remember they created
those
the
little
White Walkers.
children. Yeah. They were called what were they, Children of the Forest or something?
Yeah, that's exactly
something like
what
that.
they were
Yeah. No, the two green children that wandered, I think it was in Sweden.
Sounds right.
It was something like that. Maybe I'll look it up, but
maybe
possibly. I mean, you have the computer in front of you, but so these two kids are wandering around aimlessly in the forest. People from a nearby village come across these two children. They're very hungry. They're lost. They don't speak the native language of the area, but their skin is green. You haven't heard this story?
No, it sounds
So
horrible.
this gets crazy. So the two kids end up being taken in as they can't locate any family members or where these kids are from. And because they're not speaking the language, they speak a language that they've never heard before.
The kids are speaking the language that
no one's
these
ever
people
heard
have never
before.
heard?
Yeah. So they can't even ask them, like, how do you get here? What do we? So
Yeah,
with
what's
nobody
what?
claiming
Yeah.
or looking for the children, eventually they're raised by a normal family from this village, that the family that found them. And several years go by, the boy dies of natural causes. Nothing strange or weird around his death. He just ended up dying of malnutrition and other natural causes. Yeah. The female, she lives to adulthood, learns how to speak the native language, and when she finally does, and while she's a teenager, she's fluent, they ask her, so where did you and your brother come from?
Yeah.
And she says, well, we were looking for food where we're from. And where we're from, there's no sunlight like this. It never gets fully light, but it never gets fully dark. There's always like a glow, an orange glow of light all hours of the day. And her brother were wandering around looking for food when they happened by a cave. And when they went through the cave system, when they came out the other side, that's when they were found by these people. So the food that they ate, everything, nothing was familiar to them. They said that she said basically it's like she came from another planet. Nothing was the same.
Yeah.
So she ended up living a normal life. Her skin wasn't green after a while. It turned to a normal pink color.
What?
From just
Pigment
the
change?
Yeah.
So Green Children of Woolpit.
This is probably
Green
it.
Children, okay. So the legend of Green Children of Woolpit concerns two children of unusual skin color who reportedly appeared in the village of Woolpit.
Oh, it was England.
In Suffolk, England, yeah. Sometime in the 12th century, perhaps during the reign of King Stephen. That's important.
Yeah, the children were okay.
If you could read better. The children found to be brother and sister were
of a general normal appearance, except for the green color of their skin. They spoke an unknown language, and they would eat raw food. So they were very different. When I heard this story, it made me think of Agartha. Are you familiar with the theory of Agartha?
No.
The inner Earth.
Agartha Harkness?
It's one of the cities in the inner Earth, right? And there's a lot of inner Earth theories about light. Even they say that in the center of the Earth, in Agartha or in Shambhala, there is a sky and a light source that is similar to the sun, but not. And that light comes in through all different points into inner Earth. So I could see that being maybe that glow that they discuss. By living underground and eating foods from the inner Earth, that could have changed the tone of their skin. We know certain foods can change certain counts of chemicals in your body that can actually change your physical skin color, like turning yellow when you're jaundice, or things like that. Yeah. So possibly whatever that they were surviving on and wherever they were from, when they came out of that cave, it could have been an entrance to Agartha or an exit. And they went from the inner Earth to the top of the Earth where we all live. And maybe that's the reason. So that it just reminded me of the inner Earth legends that so many societies around the Earth have. It's not like one group of people thinks there's an inner Earth. It's civilizations all around the planet believe in this inner Earth, that there is people from there or other living beings, not necessarily people that live there and that come in and out.
Earth?
Inside of the Earth. They believe there's several entrances. Shambhala is one of the inner Earth cities.
Oh, okay.
Cities, yeah. And the entrance is through Tibet.
What's Shambhala?
Shambhala is the divine city of the gods that the Tibetan monks believe in. It's one of the divine cities.
Okay.
It's supposedly magnificent.
I thought you were mispronouncing Shangri-La.
No, it's a different. It might even be based on the same legends. I'm not sure where Shangri-La is. I just know Shambhala is one of the inner Earth cities.
Does anybody know where Shangri-La is? That's the point.
No,
right?
it's a mythical city.
Yeah,
So is Shambhala.
It's like Atlantis. Where's Atlantis?
So is Agartha. The Nazis were very interested in Agartha. That's why they did expeditions to Antarctica. It was
the Nazis were interested in old type of supernatural stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
trippy.
If you look at the torsion effect, like the way electromagnetism moves through an object from pole to pole, that they believe that there's an entrance on the top of the Earth and on the bottom of the Earth.
Yeah,
and that's what causes that torsion effect is energy being able to move through the inter-Earth. And we haven't drilled past the crust, as you mentioned on the show before. There are devices trying to get there, but the inner Earth theory, it poses that the mantle isn't liquid lava; it's water.
Inner Earth, hardly know her.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting, and it's another like kind of missing 411 style, where it's just kids showing up out of nowhere who came through possibly a portal from another world that was unlike ours, but eventually adapted to live amongst us, and there you go. Sure. And it's a freaking real story. There's newspaper articles about it.
Yeah, that's a trip. So, real quick, I think this is the perfect format for this because one of our viewers said to me, hey, I love your topics, love your conversations. I sort of want to hear more stories from you guys.
Okay.
About you guys. I want to know a little more about you guys. And I said, me talk about me. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll do that all day.
Yeah, all day. Please don't interrupt. So so actually, let's talk about ourselves. One thing I wanted to ask. So you played for a short time in your life. Mm-hmm. In the grand scheme of your life for a short time, you played poker like professionally, like as far as your career, you played poker.
I had a couple years of that, yeah.
What's the most you ever won in a single day or tournament?
So I was a cash game player, more than a tournament player.
Okay.
Tournaments obviously were the goal one day, but I was using cash games to build a bankroll because tournaments are so expensive and the odds of winning are so much lower. Yeah. And so you really got to balance out your bankroll when you're playing.
And you need a bankroll.
Yeah, right. And you need to build it.
You can't just go in with the $200 in a dream. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. And some people come out on top, but it's very unlikely.
Like
you're
Dan
not giving
Bilzerian,
yourself any
but none of that
advantage.
was true. You heard about this Dan Bilzerian shit?
Tell me, no.
So you know who that is?
I have never heard the name.
Okay, so he was this guy. He was huge on Instagram. He had like 1 billion freaking followers.
His name is Balzania Face?
Yeah, Dan Balzania Face.
What a funny name.
I know. Isn't that surprising that they would name him that?
It's not. If I had the last name Balzania Face, any name would be funny. I guess. It doesn't matter what the first name is, unless your first name's Harry.
Remember that? Harry Balzania Face? We had a friend named Harry, and he would claim he would tell people his last name was Balzania Face because he was a psychopath.
And he was right.
So, the most money you've ever won in a game.
So,
and then I'll tell you
to
about
get to
Mr.
that.
Bilzerian.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. So I'll get to that. So because I was a cash game player, I never allowed myself to play beyond a certain point. When I sat down, it was for a specific hourly rate or a maximum value, and then I'm gone. And I would do this to try and build up and keep and minimize risk. Obviously, if I'm in a game that I'm just running it, I've sat for 36 hours straight before. 36 hours of playing poker straight.
Yeah, that's insane.
In the same poker room. That's my longest sit.
Crushing up Adderall at the table. And
you would. Well, I was a young man, so really, I mean, coffee and Red Bull was all I needed back then. But but I'll tell you what. So my biggest win was just about $7,000. That's the most I've ever won at one time, and this was in a cash game, and I was playing with a friend. The two of us together on the same bankroll.
At the same table?
Yeah, we would do that.
Ooh, sneaky.
It is, especially when you know someone well.
No, I got the nuts.
We weren't cheaters. But I'll tell you what, and some people might consider playing on the same bankroll cheating because you're giving yourself a higher percentage 100%. Of pulling money into your bankroll.
Yes.
But you're also doubling the chance of losing everything. And that can happen too.
That's a funny way to look at it.
It's true.
Yes.
So if we're both in a pot that we lose, we just doubled our losses. Mm-hmm. Or we could felt both of us at the same time.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But you could also use that to like
push
bully
people out. We didn't do
of
that. So
pots
that's
and
better best. We would never play that game. When I first started playing cards,
better best.
I went to a poker room with a buddy of mine, not the same friend. And while we're playing, we just noticed that there were these two guys that just kept raising and re-raising each other. And eventually we would have to leave the pot because they had to have the goods. Eventually we got sick. They had to have
the fucking goods.
So eventually we got smart, and I said, I'm going to call this guy down. And we realized he didn't have anything. And then we started calling them both down, and we realized they were friends, and they were playing better best. They would push the pot as high as possible to get everybody else to fold, thinking they couldn't be good. How could I be winning if these guys are so confident?
Exactly.
And it works. So when that happened to me, I would never do that again. Here is when you're playing poker with somebody for many years, or for hours and hours on end, you kind of do pick up on playing styles, betting patterns, obviously tells. So at some point, yes, we did know each other well enough to where I could almost call his hand blind by the flop, just based on his behavior, his betting patterns, things he might say, stuff like that. So yes, then you start to gain an advantage, but we never purposely signaled each other or cheated or anything like that. But yeah, you shouldn't play on the same bankroll for sure. But yeah, I did spend a couple years doing that. Poker's fun, totally crazy career. I think playing it for a living would be a lot of fun. I don't think it's a great living for somebody who has kids and a family and stuff. So a lot more difficult that way, unless that's how you get into it, right? But to put your family through that, if they're not used to it, would be hard. So yeah. Plus the hours are silly, and the whole fucking thing is nuts. And it's such a roller coaster of emotion, and everyone goes broke. All the big poker players have gone broke in Vegas. They all talk about it. They'll tell you the stories. A lot of them that look like they're very successful and have a lot of money lose everything very often.
Living off credit cards.
Yeah.
So this gentleman, Dan Bilzerian, so he was came to prominence in like the like mid 2010s because he would post these pictures on Instagram of him on private jets, on yachts with these hotties, right?
Okay.
So
he looks like he would
100% that guy.
That's the guy.
And he's like buff.
Yeah, he a lot of shirts with his shirt off, and a lot of pictures. I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think he wore a shirt. This is the only picture that anybody's ever seen him wearing.
Actually, that was superimposed over him. Actually,
this was John Bastad. Yeah, he never wore a shirt a day in his life. And so he would be with all these hotties, and he had all this money, so he'd go on Larry King and all these different shows, and they'd ask him, "Hey, so where'd you get the money?" And he'd say, "Playing poker."
Huh.
I was just he said, and the way he talks is weird. He talks like his jaw's clenched.
I'm just that good.
So I play
the
I
card.
remember I won $72 million in a game. It's like, no, you didn't.
Through the wire.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
He was Kanye.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would say all this crazy shit. It's like, no, I remember one game I won $72 million, and another
Candy
I won
cane.
12. It's like,
Did you bring the pink champagne to the poker table, Candy cane?
dude? So that movie Joyride.
Yeah.
Candy cane.
Candy cane.
Ted Levine, who has the greatest voice.
He does.
Played Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
He was in Monk. He was the cop in Monk.
Yeah.
Remember?
Wasn't he also?
He
No,
was in
never
a
mind.
bunch of shit.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff.
He was in Shutter Island.
Was he the dad in Psych? No, that's a different guy.
Nope.
Never mind.
Monk. He was in Monk.
Mhm.
That was the show procedural that he was on. But yeah, Ted Levine. So that guy is the best. But that voice, that whole candy cane, and the white, the pink champagne. You know who wrote that movie?
Aaron Sorkin.
That'd be
Could you imagine?
fucking great.
Candy cane. I really don't like the decimation of the manufacturing base in the urban centers.
Yeah. It seems the conservative right has pulled too many. It's like, well, what?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a better movie, I think.
Oh, that'd be a great movie.
Paul Walker, I've got some new theories about the economy.
He calls the actor by his name.
No!
Yeah.
No, leave us alone.
No, you'll never get away from me.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you all my theories.
I'm going to tell you all my theories. Yeah.
The judicial system is breaking down in front of our eyes.
Yeah. This December, when you're eating Candy cane.
Yeah, and he kept calling him Candy Cane.
Yeah.
That's the
Well, because
best.
that was their call sign, right?
The
Candy
handle,
cane,
yeah.
because it was supposed to be
He
a
made
girl.
up his stupid handle.
Yeah. And Lily Sobieski, rest in peace.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know she
Her
was dead.
career.
That's
Her
okay.
career. So anyway,
Big difference.
Dan Bilzerian's on the screen, and we're talking about Lily Sobieski. So
Balls
Dan
on,
Bilzerian. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this guy because he
Me
doesn't
neither.
need any more exposure. You don't even know who he is. So what he did,
He sounds like he's lying about making money at poker.
lying about everything.
Okay.
So fix that. So
I don't
his
know what's
dad.
happening.
So his dad was went to prison for like money laundering, embezzlement, like some crazy like white collar crimes.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And and there you go.
Keep going.
So for these crazy white collar crimes and all this madness, right?
Okay.
And they start looking into it. They figured out his dad left him a trust fund. So he's not some dope fucking.
Yeah, he's lying
poker
about the
player.
money. Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
He's lying about everything.
Okay, makes
so
sense.
he's just a big fat liar. And so now he's like, nobody fucks with him. He did a house. How embarrassing is he did a house tour, and he's like, yeah, no, it cost me, $9.4 million, and he was renting.
I'm
Not
glad I
only-
never heard of
Yeah,
this
not
guy.
only was he
Sounds like a
renting,
waste.
but he didn't even pay the rent. He put it on the company card. He had this company Ignite
Oh, so he's embezzling.
that did vapes and that did alcohol. He just like it was the worst. He was just the worst.
Allegedly, I don't know what the status of him is. Allegedly, yeah, that sounds like, yeah, I don't want to talk about him either. Nice. Okay.
Anyway, it's just a guy who claimed he made all his money on poker and didn't fucking is lying.
You know, I also had one other career worth noting, just to know a little bit more about me, and then
Hitman.
talk about you. No, I can't talk about that. I was a hitman of sorts. So I actually, I have a really strong background in network architecture and infrastructure, as far as
He's just
fiber
saying
networks.
words, ladies and gentlemen. He's just saying words.
I'm an expert at designing and architecting fiber networks for government, for large enterprise. So that's kind of where my background comes
who's large
from.
enterprise?
It could be
I'm just kidding.
all of
I was
them.
pretending
Yeah,
it was like
pretty much.
proper noun.
So I've
All
worked
of
with a
them.
lot of brilliant people.
Thank you.
I've worked with a lot of brilliant people on a lot of really brilliant projects. I've seen a lot of emerging technologies. I've seen where the where computer hardware is going, like as far as the advancements that are being made that aren't really public yet. I've seen a lot of drone programs and self-driving vehicle, autonomous vehicle programs, and some cool patent technology that's coming out around those 5G type stuff. So I have a lot of experience and a good background in technology and infrastructure. Just something about me. So when you hear me talking about some of these types of concepts, when we're going, on the show, it doesn't come from nowhere, right? There is a background here. There is an education in
It's
some
not
of this
just
stuff.
a Google search.
Right. So maybe it is nice to kind of let the people know. I do have a background in some of this, in some of these things, and in working for government or government contractors. And I live in Vegas, so
Yeah.
you can imagine there's some overlaps with some cool stuff.
Best concert you've ever been to?
It would have to be I almost wanted to say Wallflowers because it was my
What?
first rock concert as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
What about
like
Nintendo Fusion Tour? That was
11.
crazy. Remember that? Motion City soundtrack, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco opened when they were starting out.
yeah.
Uh,
I didn't know what it was called, but that's a great show.
what's the band?
That might
You
be
can
it
have the
then.
best of me.
Yeah, the starting
line.
line's so good. Was that the one that we went to and we saw white tees, plain white tees?
No, that was the other one with
Okay.
We the Kings and Boys Like
Maybe.
Girls.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was a Boys Like
Yeah.
Girls. They were so good. They're always
They're
good.
still good. I just saw the homies. They're
Yeah,
sort of-
you got to
they're
see 'em.
sort
I
of
haven't gotten to
friends
see
of
'em in
ours, no
years.
biggie. But yeah, when I went to when we were young
Yeah.
festival.
A weird story
So fucking
about
sick.
Manifestation about these guys. Boys Like Girls, the band Boys Like Girls. Big. They had some hits in the 2000s.
Everybody knows who.
Good. I would
Boys
think
Like
they would know
Girls
who
is,
they are.
yeah.
So, great band, right? Great songs. I had their CD in my CD player in my car the entire summer it dropped.
Their first album was so good.
Yeah. So I'm listening to it for months. I'm like, I love these guys. I can't wait to see them. I find out that at the Palms, they're going to be hosting the VMAs that year at the Palms in Las Vegas. So I go with a bunch of friends. And I get involved. I get to go to this cool pool party out with all a bunch of
Jamie
celebrities
Foxx.
performing and stuff. And Boys Like Girls gets up on stage and performs at the pool during the day.
Because it was for the
Awesome.
movie The Kingdom or whatever with Jamie Foxx and what's her name?
No, that's
Ben
later.
Affleck.
I'm talking about something else.
Oh,
So I get to see them perform. I'm with a buddy of mine named Brooklyn. I tell him, dude, I love that band. If you get a chance to talk to them or meet them somehow, let me know or introduce me. I really want to meet these guys.
And Brooklyn was the guy who would
He was just no fear would talk to anybody. Yeah.
He went and talked to Nelly just because he fucking wanted to.
Well, I'm
Crazy.
getting to that part of the story. So we end up. I'm on the red carpet playing blackjack in the background, right, for the VMAs where they cut, to show the red carpet. I was actually one of the guys in the background pretending to play blackjack. We had fake chips, just for the shots when they do the big shots.
Your future fiance.
My future fiance,
her mother
was at the table with me. We were friends back then, and I invited her to come hang out. Her mom joined because it's the VMAs, a lot of fun. She actually had some friends there too, and the Palms was the place to be that night. Awesome. By the end of the night, we had a table at the Club Moon at the top of the Palms, and we were trying to get some cool people to come up there with us, whatever. My friend Brooklyn, he comes out of a pool party being put on by Jennifer Garner and Jamie Foxx, walks out with Nelly, the rapper Nelly. And Nelly points at us, group of friends, and says, "They're with me." So whatever conversation took place in this pool party, I don't know. But however it ended, Nelly himself came out to personally walk us in. He also happened to meet Boys Like Girls, the band, because they were hanging around Jamie Foxx at the time out at this pool party. And he tells them, "We have a table at the nicest club in the Palms. Come hang out." Brings them out up to the club, and we meet this band, Boys Like Girls, who I've been listening to for hours a day for months at a time. They weren't really famous yet. This was like their first big gig, their first MTV gig. And they come up, "Oh man, thank you so much for inviting us up. This is all so new and magnificent to us." They
didn't realize they were celebrities, which was so
because they
funny.
weren't yet. They were just getting there, and they're like, "MTV has some parties going on upstairs. Timberlake's got his own suite with Timberland. They're doing some. There's another suite with Fall Out Boy and a bunch of the rock groups hanging out and party. He takes us up there. The Maxim Top 10 models are hanging out in the pool, and any famous band and person you can think of back then in the music industry, all just hanging out, drinking, partying, telling jokes. We end up singing karaoke together, me, Boys Like Girls, and somebody from a very famous band at the time. It was just a lot of fun, and it all just came from me thinking, "Oh, I really wished I could meet these guys."
Oh, sorry.
I don't need to throw any more names and stuff. I'm not trying to name drop, but I got to see everybody. I got to meet so many of them. Got to sing with some of them just for fun. So it was just a really cool, almost like it was manifested from this thinking about them and listening to them and knowing that they were there and putting it out there that I want to meet these guys. I want to hang out with these guys. And then we ended up hanging out, becoming friends. Anytime they come into Vegas, we got to go see them, go to their shows, and spend time. They're fun
dudes.
guys.
John, the drummer's great. Paul's the man.
They're a great band, but they're actually good people. I just like seeing them and talking to them. Every once in a while, we'll just text, say, "What's up? How you been? How's life?" And so it's good just to. But what a cool manifestation of something amazing from a CD.
Before, when we were young, John wanted me to place bets for him on this fight.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he's into
He's
fighting.
a good guy. But anyway, so yeah, man, that whole VMA situation was so sick, and we got to become friends with those guys, and they're a great band.
Made a lot of good friends during that time.
Yeah,
just doing fun stuff, fun events in Vegas. Vegas,
dude,
is an
do you
interesting
remember
place.
when Boys Like Girls invited us to that show with We the Kings and the audition? And we went to the after party in the auditions room.
Yeah.
Do you remember what happened?
Oh yeah.
So we're all there hanging out, and some jerk off took the lead singer. And let me say first, the lead singer, he was a skinny dude with long hair, right? And then
in the music video.
No, and then when we see him live,
Yeah.
he's fucking
No, he
yoked.
looked like what's the bunny rabbit guy with the red hair.
bunny rabbit guy.
Yeah, he's in Vegas, a Vegas staple. Red hair,
Oh,
ugly,
Carrot Top.
bunny rabbit, carrot,
Bunny rabbit.
carrots.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Weird.
I had to get there somehow.
You made it.
Yeah.
You got there.
Yeah, carrot top
he was
size.
like,
yeah,
yoked.
just big, monstrous
Huge.
guy, not a skinny
Out of
emo
nowhere.
kid.
Even
at all.
his voice got like deeper. He
Yeah.
was like doing roids or something.
Some was
Oh, I mean, we're not gonna speculate here, but
Well,
you were doing roids, you
allegedly.
piece of shit. No. So this fucking
well, the
guy,
behavior spoke to that too.
yes. So we're at the party. We're all chilling, having a good time, drinking, smoking, straight West Coasting. I remember some bitches got their asses in motion. If
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. So I was there, probably with a beautiful woman, and we're just all hanging out, having a good time. And audition guy
Mhm.
starts freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
went, because it was in his room.
Yeah.
Somebody went into their bedroom
Yes.
in the hotel, went to his girlfriend's suitcase and took a pair of her fucking underwear
I
out
know.
and hung them on
The door.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you the story.
I know.
And hung them on the door.
I'm just guessing. I really didn't know where he hung up.
Hung them on the door. And
Was this to help the guy out, to be like, nobody go in there because he's busy? Or was this
it
like
was
a
the front door.
to smack him in the face
It was
with
the
it?
front door.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's more embarrassing.
It's
It's,
more-
an invasion.
it's such a, it's the
disgusting.
worst things.
Yeah. Okay.
So
if someone did that to my fiance,
oh my, I'd lose
I would
my
beat the
shit.
shit out of
Oh
them.
my
Yeah.
god. And yes, so he's looking around and he's like, "Who the fuck?" Blah, blah. And then he sees me and he's like,
oh yeah,
Probably
that's
you.
right.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know you. He didn't
Yeah,
know we
'cause I
were
d-
friends with the other people there and that we were invited.
and that was the great thing was as soon as he like called me out, he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" Everybody
Yeah.
came to my defense.
Mhm.
They're like, "Dude, that's Cam. No, man, that's the homie. That's the homie." Everyone came to my defense.
And he got mad about that because
And-
now he didn't have anyone to blame.
kicked everyone out of
Yeah.
the fucking hotel party,
Screaming,
losing
yell,
his shit.
throwing shit, punching the walls or the
Yeah.
tables, and just a psycho.
Everybody fucking get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, all right, bro.
Jeez Louise.
And yeah, and everybody was like, we're over. Because he was mad that everybody was like, no, dude, it's not him. He's like, I have no one to blame. Roid rage kicking in. He was hulking out.
Opposite experience with Panic at the Disco. And we don't need to call out names because I don't even know if about that
Well,
kind
we
of.
could put it in the hashtag.
I just want to say, but I remember those guys. They were so funny, and they were kind of new to fame. They had the big bowling suite at the Palms, and they were pouring beer out to pour Cristal into the beer bottles because they
Great.
ran out of champagne glasses.
Great.
They're drinking
the
Cristal
best.
out
Out
of
of
and
fucking
rolling
Bud Light
themselves
bottles.
down the lanes, and just a fun.
Wasn't
a
that
fun group.
Fallout Boy's room
Yeah.
where Panic was playing? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So sick.
Yeah, I got to
So
see
sick.
the guys from Fall Out Boy a few times in person. That party I went to at the VMAs, Patrick Stump was laying on a bed in the hotel room part because these hotel rooms were massive, had tons of
Huge,
rooms in them.
massive,
He's
yeah.
just laying in there, just hanging out in a room. It's probably about 25 girls packing themselves on the bed around him while he lays in the middle. This tiny guy, Patrick's small guy,
Yeah.
right? He's maybe 5'4", 5'5",
Oh,
maybe.
yeah, probably over 5.
Yeah, laying on the bed, just
And
smiling.
a total like introvert.
Yeah, very introverted, but he was big smile on his
of
face.
course.
Girls all around, just
30
just
models around
talking
him, yeah.
exactly, just talking and having a good time. I was like, good for you, man,
Good job,
because you're one of
buddy.
the most talented
You made it.
fucking
Oh
guys
my
there is.
God. Oh my God.
The voice and the writing and the
arrangements.
the musical arrangements. The guy's brilliant and deserves the attention
Patrick
and the
Stump from
recognition.
Fall Out Boy, for those who don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, genius.
Deserves the attention.
Yeah, I
Great.
was lucky enough to pick up one of my idols. So, do you remember the girl, Palmer's friend,
Adwina.
Adwina,
Yeah, she's great. She
Um,
was fun.
She was an awesome chick. We went and picked up Andy Hurley who's the drummer
Right.
from McCarran.
From getting a tattoo, probably, right?
Oh, that was you know who always did that was the guy
Boys
from
Like
Boys
Girls
Like
guy,
Girls,
yeah.
the bassist from Boys Like Girls.
But I was just wondering where you picked him up from.
McCarran.
Oh, you picked him up from the plane.
airport.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
He's great.
Andy
What a
Hurley.
drummer.
Dude, oh my God, what a drummer. He's
Yeah.
so sick. I'm still trying to learn
Play
one
the intro
song.
of
I can.
Dance Dance. It's so
Yeah.
fun. It's just a
so
cool,
hard.
fun intro.
It's so hard.
Yeah, it doesn't sound easy.
No, it's not. But I
None
got
of
it
their
down.
stuff
I'll
is
play
easy.
it for you after the cast.
I've been playing guitar almost my whole life, and their songs are very difficult to play.
Dude,
it is not
crazy.
They're not easy little power chords or basic chords. They're all over that guitar. They're all beautiful different notes and chords and things that you wouldn't think to use. These guys use them in beautiful ways.
Dude,
They're
even
just
like
artists.
The piano, even like Golden.
Yeah.
How cruel is the golden rule?
I appreciate
So
all of the
good.
underappreciated. Yep, just like you do when it comes to their
oh
track.
my God. And I hate that when people think about them, they think, this ain't a sin. Or they think...
No, they think of this other one. There's the fire. I'm on fire.
Yeah, all the older
I think I've heard that
songs.
song only on TV.
Yeah.
It's not that
you know how
impressive to me.
You know how
compared to what
everybody
they've done.
says, no. Dude, their best songs, I've never even heard them play in their shows.
I know, right?
XO, Get Busy Living and Get Busy Dying.
Yep.
Some of the
So
dopest
good.
songs ever.
Yep.
That's from Under the Court Tree.
Crashing.
You're Crashing, but you're no wave.
Yeah.
And their titles are brilliant. Fuck, man. So good.
What about that whole song they wrote about Thanks for the Memories? That's
Closer. Yeah.
yeah, about the movie. Yeah, it has a lot of from the movie Closer
Tastes
in
Like
it.
You, Only Sweeter.
Yeah, but it's based on a real life experience. Yeah, great band.
And the metaphors, I sing the blues and swallow them too.
Yeah. What a crazy. Yeah,
because he was addicted to pills. Yeah.
Well, also he was taking
Ativan Halen.
when he was dying.
So clever. Ativan is a drug. Van Halen. Ativan Halen.
The pills he was taking were the pills he was trying to overdose on in the car at Best Buy. Is the legend. Yeah. And he calls his agent, and a lot of that album was written in the hospital bed after he woke up.
Infinity on High.
Yeah, from trying to kill himself. That's the legend. Allegedly, this is what happened.
Infinity on High. God, they're fucking
It's
clever.
cool. Yeah, music's just amazing.
Infinity
It's all about vibrations.
on High, dude. Yeah. Your favorite Fall Out Boy album?
That's hard. It's either From Under the Cork Tree or Take This to Your Grave. Oh no, sorry. From Under the Cork Tree or Infinity on High. Yeah.
But Folly Ado
Yeah, I love that album.
and Take This to Your Grave.
Take This to Your Grave is
They're all
amazing.
so good.
Those two albums are better than most every other album, but for them,
Ready?
those are my top two.
I have my answer. I want to hear yours.
Okay.
Best debut album of all time.
It has to be the Bad album. Oh, the debut of the artist.
Yeah.
I don't know most debut albums. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
I'll tell you mine.
Go ahead, yeah.
I think the greatest debut album of all time is Panic at the Disco, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out.
I know you love that one. Panic is a great band.
Every song.
I
and
know.
Here's what I love about them is, first of all, every song on that album was great. Even the intermission, track 8 was great. But every album is a different like genre. The first album was like total like techno type, right? Techno rock. And
yeah, which was newer at the time. They
totally
were like,
new.
they
No
were
one did
cutting
that
edge.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was no 303 or
that was cool.
Hello Goodbye remixing shit.
Yeah.
And then Pretty Odd, their second album, was total Beatles, like an ode to the whole 60s.
Yeah, I remember, I think
70s sound.
One of the magazines equated it to that.
Did they?
Yeah.
It sounds just, and they even have the harmonies between him and Ryan.
Yeah.
And then their third album, where Ryan left the band, Vices and Virtues, just such different sounds. That was like total alt rock. Anyway, they're crazy. Broke up. By broke up, I mean it's just been Brendan Urie for years, but now.
Yeah, but they're
he
still
gave
Panic.
up.
I can't believe they still have hits on the radio.
No, but
That's great.
He broke up the band, which means he just stopped recording. But yeah, Panic doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, it just happened recently.
He's good. Yeah, Brandon's got a good voice. I've heard he's hard to work with. But
Really? I didn't hear that.
what? Are you kidding?
No, I'm
Oh,
serious.
yeah.
I could see that though.
So I don't know if people realize this. Panic at the Disco is a Vegas band. This is where they came from. When they were first putting the band
Palo
together,
Verde kids.
a friend of mine was actually a drummer for the band before they were who they were when
Who's
they became
this?
famous. You don't know them. I worked with him at Best Buy, though.
Okay.
He was their drummer. He said that Brandon had what he would do is he would go up and grab each instrument and say, no, do it like this. So not only could he play all the instruments, he felt that he could play them better than the rest of the band. And he was so controlling over the way the music was created that the
nah.
drummer didn't want to be a part of it. He's like, I'm the drummer.
And
I
they
don't
got a
want
great
you to
drummer.
tell me how to drum. I think I know. I want to interpret the music the way I want to interpret it. And he left the band. mistake because the band is amazing and ended up being something great. But if you're an artist and that's not what you want to do, then I agree. Get out. Make the art you want to make.
Yeah.
It's not about the fame and the fortune as much as it is the art. And then the fame and fortune will happen.
Speaking of Vegas local bands, remember Ronnie and Escape the Fate? Ronnie Ratchet,
yeah.
remember? So, you know what's funny? And I don't even know if you know this. Remember Nason, the homie, Nason? Do you know he became the guitarist for Falling in Verse or whatever their second?
Yeah, I did hear he joined that band.
Yeah, Falling in Verse, I think. It is. But yeah, and then remember he used to dress like total skater, then he became like total rock.
Yeah.
Like he would wear the wrist.
He was like
and all
Mr.
that shit.
Sublime.
Yeah, Mr. Sublime.
That's all he talked about. He had a big Sublime tattoo on his stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, sang it
Nason's a funny
everywhere.
guy.
Yeah.
This guy, one of the homies, this kid Vinny, he calls him his brother. I don't know if it's actually his brother. I think they're just like homies. But we were just talking about him. He's like, yeah, dude, no, my brother's in Escape the Fate or in Falling in Verse. And I'm like, he's like, my brother Nason. I'm like, oh, tell Nason I said hi. I know Nason. I've fucking known him for years. I'm like, you're trying to flex my boy. But all right, you want to ask me a question?
No, I have some stuff I do want to talk to you about, but yeah, is there anything you want to, you said,
No.
I was just bringing up stuff about, because it's true, we've never really introduced who we are to the audience. Did you have anything you wanted to introduce?
Some good ideas to ask you questions so you could get you talking.
No, I have no questions for you.
Okay,
but do you have something about yourself you want to talk about?
I don't. That's why I was hoping you'd have a question.
No,
for me.
so check this out.
Come up with one.
This is something I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, but ask me a question first.
It will be, a conversation, that's what it is,
Or
right?
You're going to talk about
something else, though, yeah. You want to talk about you?
I wanted you to ask me a question.
What questions are you asking me? What your favorite album is, so you could talk about yours? I don't. You know what I mean? Okay.
No.
I brought up stuff about myself. I'm sorry, I'm not good at that.
No, you didn't bring up anything about yourself.
I did.
I asked you. I said you played poker. I said
Yeah. And I
what's-
talked about like other experiences I have or other things.
Yeah, I prompted you. You're welcome. Anyway,
Thank
you're
you.
right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You're
Go on.
better at that than I am. Then I'm not good at prompting you.
Okay.
But what do you want to talk about?
No, let's go. I want to talk about Nikola Tesla. Actually. Do
Okay.
you know anything about him?
We can. So when we were talking about music, and before that we were talking about manifestation, right? And it made me think of something that I wanted to ask you about. So check this out.
Manifestation, please.
Wait,
Be
what?
All inclusive. Woman infestation, not manifestation.
Oh shoot! I mansplained manifestation.
did.
Okay, I'll just say people festation.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Human festation.
So we talked about both of these things, and I was thinking about how the two are actually related. Like people love music, obviously. Speaking of Nikola Tesla,
I hate music.
he specifically said that if you want to unlock the secret to the universe, look at frequencies, right?
Listen to the Beatles'
Look at energy.
White Album.
But so check this out: 70% of our bodies are water, right? We know water reacts to sound. So you play certain sound frequencies, it'll create certain geometric shapes. Also, people in good moods can create different formations in water than someone in a bad mood does, right? They've done these experiments where they've actually done, it's what's called water photography, where they'll take pictures of water molecules as how they react to energies in the room. So that could be people. So if we're 70% water and you start talking about or start thinking about something really positive, and you can generate these electromagnetic frequencies, because we know our bodies do that, wouldn't it affect the 70% water in your body? Right?
You'd assume, right?
You would assume. So,
Curious.
so if we're people that talk about manifesting things or attracting good,
Human festing things.
yeah, human festing things, attracting good to your life, people festing. If you are, if sound, which we know can affect water and can change its composition, and then the water in our bodies is changed by those same vibrations.
Yeah.
So by putting yourself in positive moods and thinking about positive things, wouldn't that create those types of patterns and geometric patterns?
I
that are
feel
more
like we talk about sound manipulation on every episode.
so it's such an amazing thing.
Yeah.
It informs everything about our lives, and I think where the future of technology is going to go, for sure. So that's why it comes up. But no, I was thinking of manifestation plus music. Music is sound waves.
Sure.
So yeah, I thought it made sense that if we're mostly water, then and water's affected by vibrations and sound and frequencies, we should be bombarding ourselves with the right kinds of vibrations and frequencies. probably heal a lot of illnesses, maybe mental issues, even just a bad mood, by changing just your thought processes and the types of vibrations that you're surrounding your body with.
Sure.
With your own electromagnetic force. I mean, it's something I wanted to bring up, see what you thought. Like, what do you think about the idea of that? We're mostly water. Wouldn't that make sense? Maybe that's how the law of attraction works. It's intent.
Oh, I like the tie to the law of attraction.
That's what I meant by people festation,
No, I
right?
get
It's
it.
the law of attraction.
Manifestation.
Yeah. So, like, to attract these good things into your life, you will need to be in sync, right? You need your vibrations need to be in sync with what it is that you're going after. What kind of mood or mentality do you want to be in? What kind of information do you want to access out of your brain? Yeah. Wouldn't it make sense to make sure you have the right frequencies and vibrations throughout your body in order to accomplish these things? Something to that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
All based in science.
Science. She blinded me with science.
Yeah. But do you believe in that? Like a law of attraction, that kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's not physical.
There's nothing to, yeah.
It's hard to measure
There's
it. The way that we can measure it is just by success stories, but we don't know their process. There's too many variables. So it's very hard to measure it against somebody else saying, oh, I manifested my $1 billion in the bank. By thinking about it and looking at a picture of a yacht every day.
Yeah.
Is that what you did? Or was putting yourself in the mindset of a rich person,
That's what
vibrating yourself at those frequencies?
Oh, I was going to say, or is it you have, because you set yourself a goal, everything you do is going to lead you towards that
100%,
goal.
yeah. Yeah, balance and unification, the mind, body, spirit, balance. Yeah, I think that's everything. It could be the key to everything.
What's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Smooth Criminal.
Really?
Without a doubt.
Can I tell you mine?
It's perfect. Yeah.
Guess first.
It's
That's going to throw you off.
Give In to Me or something.
That's
like
exactly
that.
what it is. Damn it.
You've always liked that song.
Yeah.
It's a great song. I think Smooth Criminal is like a masterpiece of musicianship. That's why I love it. Like, it's not just cool.
I think Given to Me is the same.
Yeah, so it's more of a rock song.
It's a total rock song, and he does the grant my desire. I love the scratchy. TBRM said, "I believe in manifestation, as you should."
Good. And do you have an example of it working? I would love to hear about these examples because I believe in it too, especially now that there's a science to it. I don't like the whole blind faith thing. I like people are accomplishing amazing goals by just thinking about them. Okay, well, why would that work? And maybe we're getting onto something here when it comes to frequencies and vibrations. Act as if, right? Pretend that you are the thing that you want to be. Well, by doing that, are you putting your body in a state of vibration and frequency that you would be in if you had those things? And by putting yourself, does that then change mentally how you think, what you go after, what you pay attention to, what matters to you? Are you able to almost clearly see the path to your goal now because of that? Because you're manifesting those frequencies and vibrations throughout your entire body.
Yeah.
Right? There's something there, right?
Something
it feels
to it,
like
for
there's
sure.
threads of
There's
science.
threads. Yeah,
That's what I'm
sure.
trying to find. We find those threads and unravel them.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Because I don't think anything is magic. I think that there's just so much.
Not even this. Throw us a smoke bomb. I wish that's something.
Theatricality and deception.
Powerful agents for the uninitiated. But we are initiated, aren't we?
What if Bane took off his vest and it was just a bunch of
And he had
mice
tits?
and they all flew, they all just crawled away.
Yeah. He's made of.
Theatricality and deception. Let me show you mine.
He unzips his body.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a bunch of mice. Or it's bats, even better.
No, it's too. I was gonna say bats
On the nose,
Yeah, I bet it's too much. Yeah, it's a little too much. But mice, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow him.
Yeah.
That's the best.
So good. Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Follow him.
show me his body.
Yeah. The way
Follow him.
The way he just his mannerisms, everything.
When he
great.
puts his hand on the guy's shoulder when he talks to him, do you feel in
Improvised,
control?
too, yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
I am in control
That's
here.
brilliant. Do you feel in
That's just like it's like
Yeah,
a toddler,
I have
like to a
complete
toddler.
control
Yeah.
of your physical body.
Like I am physically
with my
more
pinky.
stronger than you. I'm more intelligent than you. Like you have nothing to do with all your strength.
My trainer, before that movie came out, my trainer, that's how he would line us up when we
Very
would box. He'd put his hand right on that spot on my shoulder with his pinky and hold. But from there, he
You have
could
nothing to threaten
move
me
me
with.
forward, back,
What movie?
left, right. Go ahead.
You have nothing to threaten me with.
You
all
have
your...
nothing to threaten me with all your strength. Woo, look at you go. Yeah, Dark Knight.
Yeah. Oh, look at you go.
Look
Yeah,
at that's
when
like the best scene where he's
it's
beating
so
his
good.
ass. Look at you go, because it's like, how do I break this guy? The more I hurt him, the happier he is.
Yeah.
Like he wants this from me, and I'm giving it to him.
You complete me. You're a psychopath that kills somebody. Don't talk like them. You're not
Yeah,
one
you're
of them.
not one of them.
As much as you'd like to be. Yeah.
It's so good.
These civilized people, when the chips are down, they will eat each other.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah, brilliant film.
Chris Nolan and what's his brother? I'm sorry, I'm spacing his name.
I don't know.
Chris and he wrote that show you love.
Oh, okay. So he's like a known.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nolan,
Maybe I
Chris
didn't know they
Nolan's
were
brother.
related.
Yeah. What's that
Is
show?
it Ed
What's that
Nolan,
show
or-
you like with Ben from Lost, which is the best show of all time. Ben from Lost and Jim Caviezel.
The
Person
best
of
show
Interest.
ever where
Person of
they. Oh,
Interest.
never mind.
Person of Interest.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nolan's brother wrote that.
Yeah, I think I did know that now that you brought it back up. I thought you were talking about that new show he's in, Ben from Lost. He's in such a cool new show on Paramount. It's this
Jonathan Nolan.
yeah, John Nolan, of course. It's this group
But of
of
course.
investigators who investigate paranormal incidents for the church. Any type of weird paranormal thing that could have religious ramifications. They'll send this group out. One's a psychologist, one is a priest, and the other is a skeptic who has scientific tools for measuring and
what do
videotaping.
they do?
They investigate for the church paranormal events that
What is
have
this show?
religious ramifications. It's amazing. It's on Paramount. It's called Evil. Just Evil.
Oh, okay.
Just one word.
Simply named.
So cool.
What's your favorite show you're watching right now?
There's not much on right now. Chicago PD's, I think, still going. So, but they skip so many weeks. They piss me off.
What's the next Marvel thing that's coming out?
Movie or show? The next Marvel is so we just got Quantumania. So the next is Loki 2.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
You excited for Loki 2?
Of course, I love that freaking show. What was it that we didn't get to? Remember, we were going to talk about something.
Yeah, what were we going to talk about?
I know in the last episode we were talking about inventors, and Nikola Tesla. I know you, and you did bring him up. He's fun to talk about. I think people talk about him more now than they ever did when he was alive.
I think because of Tesla.
Yeah.
I think because of Elon Musk's company, right?
It could be. I think it's because the technology he was working on is now everything that he said was possible is now being proven to be possible. And it sucks that all that stuff was shuttered away and possibly being used or was used after his death or built.
Yeah,
And
in 1947.
you got guys like Tesla and
Oh, I did realize
Von
that
Braun.
real quick.
Yeah.
I did realize that last episode. So I said, all right, guys, I want you to guess what decade Nikola Tesla died.
Yeah.
And then the chat didn't really go off. So then later I'm like, guys, look up when Nikola Tesla died.
Oh.
And then Janie popped in and she's like, you said not to look it up because Alicia looked it up. So this is funny. What's Chase saying?
Does he think that, or do we think that there's a civilization inside of the moon?
Inside of the moon.
Actually,
And he says hollow moon. Yeah. 'cause the
So,
moon's hollow.
talking about so Tesla and so I brought up Von Braun a second ago. Von Braun, he wanted
Werner
to
von Braun.
he wanted to visit other planets. That's all he wanted to do.
That's all he wanted to do.
And he had the technology. He came up with the technology to do it. They used it for rockets. They used it to shoot targets that were hundreds of miles away.
Of course.
Tesla, he wanted to end all war. Right? That was part of the wireless power and wireless communications. Like he felt that if the world could talk to each other real time, that we could solve these problems. That if we were all
probably not
connected
wrong.
that way, well, we are connected now and it's solved nothing, but maybe back then it could have. But he goes into it with this ideal that he can end all war by creating wireless communications. And when he shows what he's working on to investors, it goes against the ways that they make money, so that's shut down. He says he wants to create a particle beam weapon so that he can stop any encroaching military planes off the coast of any country. It would end war. That's what he thinks it's going to be used for. A couple decades after he's dead, the particle beam weapon, almost the design that he had, shows up on aircraft carriers, American aircraft carriers, and we use it now.
Yeah.
But it's being used as a weapon.
Alicia, what's good, fam?
Yeah, it's just funny that these guys get into this stuff to do amazing things to help the world, and it always gets turned into military application, and that's why it gets hidden.
Of course, bro. So, Alicia, how were those crab legs the other night? By the way, 2 nights ago. Very curious. Dude, this girl can cook, bro. Crazy.
Nice.
She made I'm going to butcher this, and she's going to get not upset, but
You weren't
she made
listening to
a great
anything I
like
said
stew.
to you, huh?
I heard everything you said.
You didn't answer me at all.
I didn't hear a question.
Yeah, so the
I'm just
question
trying
is,
to go with the chat.
I mean, how do you feel about that? You asked her about crab legs, but how do you feel about that? The idea that these scientists are coming up with these technologies, the idea behind them were to change the world.
No, you said they're used for military applications.
but
I
they're
said that's always the case.
Yeah. I mean, nothing for that. You don't think anything about that, or nothing you've heard? I'm just wondering. But Chase asked about Hollow Moon. So von Braun wanted obviously to go to the moon. Space was his goal. And he got there. He helped us get to the moon. The guys that showed up on the moon, they're not allowed to talk about most of the stuff that they saw. There's a lot of people that have come out saying that there are bases on the moon.
Yeah.
That there's lights and exhaust ports and all kinds of stuff. We did a whole moon episode.
Yeah.
So check that one out if you haven't seen it. But I don't know. Chase, could be. We just don't until Elon Musk lands on the moon and shows us what his guys find. I don't know if we're going to learn the truth from NASA or from at least any government. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which is sad because that could be human. That could be the remains of an ancient human civilization. What if it's part of our history? We all deserve to know our own history, our planet's history, our people's history. We deserve that as a human race. Everyone in the world should be up in arms. Tell us if there's physics that isn't being shared, if there's technology that isn't being, if there's free energy that isn't being. This is stuff that we should be like banging down the gates to get this stuff. So that's why they don't show it to us. If every country knows it's possible, they'll all make it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Chase said something else here. What do we got? He said, what are both your craziest conspiracies you believe in or almost believe in? Ooh, what a great question.
That's a good question.
So let's see here. Craziest conspiracy that I believe in. So maybe crazy, maybe not. To me, it's not because I think it's like so legit. JFK assassination. I think Lee Harvey Oswald, I think he was a part of it. I don't think that he was the
What
sole
part of it?
gunman. So I think he was a total patsy. I think
He didn't know there was going to be an assassination attempt.
1,000,000% he didn't know that other people were going to be there, the government namely.
Yeah.
Were going to be there fucking shooting bullets into JFK's
So
brain
he
also.
knows the president's coming into town, and he knows
Yes.
that the route is going to be right in front of his building.
Yes.
So what does he think he's there to do?
I think that my theory is that he was told by either the mob or somebody, they're like, we'll pay you to fucking take this dude out. And because he was an extremist and stuff, he's like, oh, fucking
So you think he actually
Say
did go there
less.
to shoot him?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then they just gave him up.
Yes, one of two things. Either he never got a bullet off, and once he started hearing shooting, he's like, shit.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
If
he's
you're
like,
if you're a
damn
CIA
it.
assassin,
He's like, I'm totally fucked,
yeah,
aren't I?
you would know.
And then he packs up his shit and he goes down. Or he did shoot, and then he hears like 3 more gunshots. He's like, shit. Like, I'm fucked.
You know what's weird? Did you know that so Lee Harvey
Octopus.
Oswald shot the president and then went to a theater? Did you know that John Wilkes
Lincoln
Booth shot
him in
the theater and
went to a library.
library.
Yeah.
afterwards.
Did
Or
you also
sorry,
know,
a warehouse.
Did you also know?
Book depository was a warehouse, not a library. Yeah, he went to a warehouse though. It's just funny that the opposites happened.
Did you also know there's a lot of interconnectivity between JFK and Abraham Lincoln. Did you know that JFK's secretary, her last name was Lincoln, and Lincoln's secretary's last name was Kennedy?
Isn't that weird?
So fucking
There's some weird stuff. There's
you
a lot
want to hear
of
another
these,
crazy
yeah.
thing? I don't know if a lot of people know about. So,
History repeats itself.
yes. So Abraham Lincoln, his son, is strolling a boot. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Strolling a boot, and he's going to take the train. He fucking falls in the train tracks. This guy comes, grabs him, saves him, pulls him out.
Yeah.
This guy is a well-known actor. And this well-known actor, his last name is Booth.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the brother of John Wilkes Booth.
Strange.
So the man who saved Abraham Lincoln's son is the brother of the man who ended up killing Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, see,
himself.
what's that about?
Fucking nuts.
There's too many weird things like that.
There's also like the year Lincoln was inaugurated and became president. It was like the exact reverse numbers of the year Kennedy. It was like, dude, there's so many similarities.
Well, who do you think killed Kennedy then? If it was a conspiracy?
So I think it was the government. I think it was Johnson wanted him gone.
Oh, you think he was involved?
100%. I think he was involved.
Shit.
I think he was involved 100%. I think it was because he wasn't good for the machine, for the military industrial complex. He wasn't good for that.
No, he was
He didn't
not.
want war.
No.
He didn't want these secret societies. He
didn't want
spoke
secrets,
out
period.
about that.
Yeah.
He said the American people should know I don't know what he says, but all the shit, he probably didn't say that, but he's like, all the shit that we have sacred, the American people should know.
Yeah. He sent that memo saying, I want to partner with the Russians on the UFO issue.
And he gave that whole speech that ends with, ask not what you can do, what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. That whole speech, if you listen to it, which you guys should, you won't, but you should. He talks about ousting secret societies and how they're detrimental to the U.S. government.
Of course.
And how they're
because shadow governments, all that stuff. I mean, this was during the time where all that stuff was really in development, like full speed ahead. And he saw the power of the CIA and what they were, without being any checks or balances, they're able to go autonomously, do whatever the hell they want. And he wanted to dismantle it. So yeah, of course. Assassination makes sense. If we're going to talk about JFK, though, there is a theory that JFK was actually killed by the Secret Service and was killed by the Secret Service accidentally. And if you don't know this theory, it's pretty interesting. A ballistics expert goes through and finds that the only bullet that could have made that type of wound in the president's head was
from the
an
future.
incendiary round.
Okay.
That's why when it hits him from behind, it still blows his head back to the left. Is because it explodes on impact.
It blew his head back where?
Back to the left.
Where?
Yeah. And then they do experiments on cantaloupes and stuff.
You give up on these bits too quickly.
I know. I'm sorry. Only because I'm going to lose my train of thought. They do these experiments where they shoot these
where John
same.
Wilkes Booth's brother was saving.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a conspiracy that I'm into. I think the craziest conspiracy that I believe in is that we definitely are not the most advanced civilization that's been on this planet.
That's
probably
been
not
on
even
this planet.
Yeah,
That's lived on this planet.
exactly.
That has inhabited this planet.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
we're the most advanced that we've been. I think that we had a much more advanced previous version of humanity on this planet. And I've been looking into this one a lot and listening to what a lot of people have to say about it. And there just seems to be an overwhelming abundance of evidence for this one. But yeah, so interestingly enough, there was only one gun present during JFK's drive through Texas through Dallas. Only one gun accounted for that had incendiary rounds in that size caliber, and it was the AR-15 that the Secret Service had in the follow car. And when the follow car gunned it,
I've heard you say that.
he pulled the trigger accidentally and
Oh,
shot
you think it
the
was
president.
accidental?
It was actually. This is the theory. It was when the car gunned it, he accidentally unloaded a round and it went right into the back of the president's head and blew him off. The round, that's why the round was replaced with a fully perfectly looking untouched bullet in the hospital.
What bullshit is that?
Yeah.
On his hospital bed,
Yeah.
on the gurney rather.
Yeah.
On the way into the hospital, a perfect bullet.
How would it even be
guys.
there? It doesn't make
It
sense.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
Dude, if a bullet hit a shoe, it would fucking not look like perfect.
Yeah.
Let alone going through multiple bones and
No, it's
skulls
stupid. Yeah,
and
that's
wrists.
a dumb thing.
So
And
dumb.
that's why the Secret Service gets so tight-lipped around this and why a cover-up ensues. There's actual written evidence of the Secret Service guys that were there when they were interviewed of where the AR-15 was, who had control of it, if it was used, were any rounds expelled, and there was one missing round expelled from the AR-15 in the follow car of JFK. So this is a very strong theory that they accidentally killed him themselves. How sad is that?
sad.
Yeah.
But why cover it up like that?
They killed the Secret Service sworn to protect him, accidentally shot him in the back of the head. And there's a guy upstairs with a rifle, perfectly good patsy for this. Why wouldn't you blame him if you're the Secret Service? What an embarrassment. Yeah, no, there's no way they let that out. Plus, think about the guy running the team and the guy who actually accidentally pulled the trigger, and it was just an accident. Oh, I could see the whole thing. The guy's panicking, and once they realize what they've done, we need to make sure that the people know that they're safe, that we can protect our president, that this was a lone psycho. But that's the theory, and there's tons of evidence behind it. It's just sad. It's just a sad theory. Yeah, but Chase, what's your craziest conspiracy that you believe in? Yeah, look at your friend said that. Oh no, I thought she said how good the crab was. She didn't. But yeah, Chase, let us know in the chat or something what your craziest theory that you believe in is. But yeah, the ancient civilization theory is definitely mine. And I wouldn't even call it a conspiracy theory. It's more of a science theory, a pseudoscience theory.
Pseudoscience theory. Why would you say pseudoscience theory?
Because it's considered pseudoscience because it's not mainstream. But there's enough scientific evidence where I consider it scientifically backed.
Wait, what theory are you talking about?
Ancient civilizations.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the JFK thing. I'm like, how is that pseudoscience?
No. I was talking about my conspiracy theory about the civilization that came before. So that's probably the one I think is the craziest.
So I definitely want to know what Chase thinks the craziest is.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't think he's on the chat right now.
He
though.
is.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, he's calling in.
Yay! Oh, good.
Now let's get this going. Hey, what's up, man? We're putting you on the air in 3, 2, 1. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hey,
Doing fantastic.
what's going on, Chase?
Heck yeah. I love getting on the podcast. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Love
glad you
having
called.
you on, brother. So, do you have any conspiracy theories that you think carry some weight?
Or the craziest one you believe?
There's a lot, but one recently, as of right now, I was thinking about that's a little strange to me, or just a thought in the back of my head is, what if there's two? So first off, Kennedy, he wanted to do all these great things for the American people and for the, no shadow government,
Change
no
the world.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
What if those good decisions are the ones that ruin our country? Because I was looking at America's history, and we're number one due to us doing a lot of bad things. We're benefiting now. It's great. Life is great now. But it's because of people who decided to do the bad thing, the wrong choice.
Yeah, that was actually. I love this. This was my time travel theory for JFK. So if JFK was killed by time travelers, it would have been because all of the great things that he wanted to do are the things that landed up being what ruined, either destroy the whole world or maybe just the country. And so that was my time travel theory for JFK. So that's cool. I like that you brought that up.
Yeah, me too. Or for the Hitler thing, maybe time travelers went back and they want to kill him, but they needed it was a necessary evil.
That's what we were talking about on the time travel episode. We couldn't figure out what it was.
Yeah,
though.
guys,
what
check
would
out
be,
that time travel episode.
Yeah, what would be the thing that would prevent you from taking him out?
Thank you, Chase. Thank you. So,
could be technology.
O.J. Simpson didn't kill Nicole, but
that's a
he
good
is still
conspiracy
guilty.
theory.
Alicia, I'm very curious to hear more about that.
Yeah, that's a good theory. There's some strong evidence for a contractor that did work on their house was actually the murderer.
Like, oh, it doesn't fit. Well, of course it doesn't fit right now because your hand's like probably fucking. But so funny. So Chase, what good?
Yeah.
First of all, have you been watching The Last of Us?
No, I haven't watched it. I played the game,
no spoilers.
So I know.
I'm about
You
to
haven't
watch
been watching it either?
I can't. I had to wait for Jess so we could watch the whole thing.
Oh, you guys, it's the best show on TV.
I
right
agree.
now.
I saw the first 2 episodes and had to stop.
Oh, can I tell you guys?
No. Oh,
Episode
No
3.
spoilers.
You know what I just saw yesterday?
What's that?
I saw Ant-Man Quantumania.
You saw Quantumania?
nice.
All right. So no spoilers, but 1 out of 10. What are we giving it?
I'm giving it a
6.
7.
A 7.
Nice.
Okay. So
I was hoping so.
I was hoping for higher, but that's what I heard. It's mixed reviews, so a 7 makes sense.
Some people are hard to give 10s though. They don't.
Well,
do it.
a 10 Marvel movie
It's
is
like
obviously
Endgame.
Endgame and Infinity War together.
Sure.
And it's nowhere near that.
It can't be.
But it is really
Sure.
good.
Yeah,
Like
no,
Thor Ragnarok, I would give
that's like a
9.
9. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
agreed. A 1,000,000%.
Oh,
Yeah,
up
so
there.
close. Yeah.
You're right. Ant-Man might even be a 6.5, not even a 7.
Yeah.
It is good. All
Yeah.
Marvel's good.
You don't think it's better than Ragnarok?
There's no way.
Do you think it's better than
Not
the?
this new Ant-Man.
Do you think it's better than the previous Ant-Man movies?
Probably.
100. I don't. Yeah. The previous Ant-Man movies were all right, good movies.
Mhm.
Nowhere near the top Avenger type films, but this one's definitely the best of the 3 Ant-Mans.
I could see that. Good. All right, that's
I'm
good.
so
news.
excited for this whole King the Conqueror.
Me too.
Yeah.
So excited.
No more
I
spoilers. No
really feel
spoilers
like
though.
he's gonna
He
make
won't spoil.
Thanos. No spoilers, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying I really think this villain is the one that's gonna make Thanos look like
Oh,
Like
hell
a little
yeah.
bitch.
Yeah. Kang is no joke.
Yeah, dude.
What was your other conspiracy? You said
Wait,
you had
did
2.
you both see it?
No.
We're gonna
not
talk
yet.
about it once it goes once it's been out a little bit longer. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but you both haven't seen it.
No.
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted to go see it together to do an
It's good. I
episode about it.
recommend
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're trying to plan it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because we
Good
want to
stuff.
talk about, but we don't want to go too early.
Yeah. The post-credit scenes were. Actually, I didn't even see them because I left early.
Oh, that sucks.
I just looked them up.
But you looked him up. Yeah. Because
I
Ant-Man
know.
and the Wasp, the post-credit scene, I hate that I waited for it. One was cool because it was when they got dusted, and that's dope. But the other one was that just the end of the movie? No, that was a post-credit, right?
Yeah, it was post.
But the other post-credit was the fucking ant playing drums. I'm like, what? I waited for fucking 10 minutes. of
Yeah,
credits
I
to
don't
see
like when they
ant
do
play-
those. Actually,
I fucking hate
Yeah,
that.
It's a waste.
A Homecoming.
You
when it was
you
Captain
saw
America.
the
I didn't
end
like that
credits.
either,
Well,
yeah.
there's 2.
Say again?
There was 2 on
Yeah.
Quantumania. Did you watch? Did you see the one?
Remember, we haven't seen them. Don't tell us.
Yeah.
Don't talk about any
No,
spoilers.
Cameron, I thought you said you saw it.
No, I haven't seen it.
No
not
spoilers.
yet.
No after credit for the audience too, because if they haven't
Who
seen
was
it.
it? But one of you said I could have sworn one of you was talking about the movie last podcast.
No, we made it
No,
point not to.
Yeah. We talked about the first 2 Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Because this movie came out, but no, we haven't talked about it.
Yeah, we made a point not to talk about it yet. But I love that you saw it and I love that you like it because that's good. That's a good sign.
And Jonathan Majors is such a killer actor. I'm excited
In
for
everything.
Creed 3. This looks so sick.
that does too.
And Michael B. Jordan's directing it. Chase, you see the trailer for Creed 3?
I did, and I did notice the same actor. I was like, wow. I feel like it's funny. You see an actor show up in a big film, and they're in like all the other films coming out around the same time.
Like Jenna Ortega. She was in Scream,
Yes.
and then she's in Scream,
Or
and
how
then
about that?
Wednesday, and fucking...
That one guy that's in every single movie now. He's the guy that plays the bounty hunter.
Oh, Pedro Pascal.
He's in, and so is Oscar
The
Isaac.
Last of Us.
If
yeah.
you have Pedro Pascal and Oscar Isaac, that's
Oscar
every
Isaac
movie
is
that's come out in the past
yes,
6 years. One of them.
Yes, between both of them,
Yeah.
you have covered every film. In the
Every
past
film, most
6
every
years.
show too. That's pretty weird. they
what I
have the
really
best
want
careers.
is Moon Knight season 2.
Oh yeah, no, is that a thing? Will they do that?
I hope they don't
Because I think it was a
want-
pocket
No, yeah,
reality,
but-
right?
No,
They
it's-
could
no,
do
it's
it
part of
all
the MCU.
based off Jake Lockley.
Yeah,
Exactly. I don't. So maybe season 2 would be cool, but I want to see him in the fucking MCU. Like,
yeah, for
with-
real. If they do it right,
I
yeah,
want to see him. The Midnight Suns. I want to see him with Blade.
it'd be
I wanna
cool,
see
man.
Yeah, I want to see the Jake Lockley Midnight, the
Fuck
violent one.
Yeah, we never got
You
to
know
see
what I
him.
mean?
Yeah, but he speaks Spanish in this, so yeah, that'd be weird. But obviously he would understand English. Well, I don't
He'll
know.
show up at the right time, like right before he loses to King or something.
Yeah.
That's
Dude, how sick would that be? Think of how sick this is going to be when we get to Secret Wars, dude. Or before that even, when we get to Kang Dynasty.
Mm-hmm. I know, so much fun
Isn't
stuff.
Secret Invasion coming out or something?
Secret Invasion's coming
Like
out pretty
show?
soon. Yeah, that's good. But that's about the Skrulls.
Yeah, I think that's after Loki.
That's the government fighting the Skrulls and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Marvels is going to be able to, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Rambo.
And that's coming soon too.
Yeah.
I think we got 3 this year? 3 or 4?
They usually do about 3 a year.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you said you had a second conspiracy? Yours wasn't JFK, I'm imagining.
Chase.
Oh, the second one
Yeah.
is it just had the same idea. What if this whole government for the people, by the people, who's to say it hasn't been taken over by a certain group of people? You know what I mean?
The
who
shadow
is
government
this
theory.
government we have? Well, this is the thing. At what point do people go, man, this is the most powerful country in the world? Can it really be run by the quote unquote people making these decisions?
Things are too secretive.
You know what I mean?
And they're
Yeah.
too disparate now. There's all these just the idea that we have extraterrestrial vehicles that we test and fly around that no one in charge of the military is allowed to look into. The head of the CIA can't look into it. The president can't look into it. The head of the Joint Chiefs can't look into it. Like there's these little groups that are they're the only ones allowed to play with this technology.
Yeah,
That's such
bastards.
BS. Yeah, and it's such a messed up system now that nobody even knows who to go to figure to get access or to find this stuff.
Yeah, Alicia said Pedro is a straight zaddy. I'm assuming she means like a daddy,
That's what that is. Yeah.
That's so fucking funny.
It's a joke. He always says that. It's like become a meme.
Oh, really?
He calls himself. Yeah.
Dude, that's why we need
all the-
Chase on these
I know.
episodes. This kid knows his shit. So what is zaddy? What is a zaddy? What is that?
It's like if you don't want to call it daddy because it's weird, girls call you a zaddy. It's like a daddy.
Yeah,
but
this
not
one's
daddy.
more of a mentality.
Yeah.
A
Like, it's not
mentality.
like a weird thing, like oh, you're daddy. It's like you're you're a mentality.
Like an alpha or like a
No,
sigma.
to a
Yeah.
chick, it'd be like your man that takes care of you. That
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a mentality. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a cool way to say you're yeah.
Yeah,
He's
because
a zaddy.
daddy's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
weird and gross, and you know what I mean. So some chicks don't
Yeah,
like
it's
saying
weird,
that.
kind of gross. Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, daddy. They'd rather say zaddy.
I don't, dude. I like when girls call me daddy.
daddy.
Yeah, but once you have kids,
See,
it's
I'd
different.
rather be called a
Changes.
daddy.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said I'd rather be called zaddy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Once you have kids, though, is what I'm saying. It changes because
Yeah.
your kids call you daddy. So
Yeah.
it's not the
I
same.
guess,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
It is
I
different.
don't mind. I don't mind. At least you can call me daddy.
change the
Fucking,
context.
I could have a little Mexican
Hey,
jalapeno bombshell.
Did you
call
guys
me-
hear about this
Poppy.
woodland elf?
No, tell me.
about a woodland elf?
The Mexican president posted a picture of this weird creature up in a tree, like
What
a
the
cryptid,
fuck?
and said the woodland elf is real. It's a cryptid.
The president posted that. President of Mexico.
Mexican
Posted
See, I
that?
love countries that aren't
Yeah.
afraid to like embrace this stuff.
I know it's the best.
Yeah, they're good at it. Who was that? What
Hey,
South
if
American?
one of you, literally one of you should just look it up right now. on your
I'm doing
phone.
it right now,
See,
bro.
Look up woodland elf.
Yeah.
Mexico.
There's a country in South America that always releases their UFO footage. Even when they like dispatch F-16s to like chase these things down, they'll post the videos and ask like, "What do you think
Wow.
this is?"
Son,
I love that.
son,
Governments that get involved.
son.
We know there's weird shit in the woods.
You're looking at it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. What the fuck? I'm looking at the picture as well. So it says, Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador shares proof of woodland elf. Dude, yes. Hold on.
That's I wonder why he chose woodland elf.
I don't know.
That could be
Mexico's
anything.
president has prompted confusion on social media after sharing a photo of a creature.
You know what's funny
What's up?
is when this happens, no one cares. A lot of people just think he's like it's a joke. It's not real.
Sure.
It's like, oh yeah, when someone just comes out and says it, they don't like if Trump came out, it was like there is aliens. Aliens are real.
Yeah.
How many people would go, this guy's so fucking crazy. The shit he says.
Yeah, a lot of people. That's
Like,
the unfortunate.
People think it's just too ridiculous.
Truth. Yeah. It's the same with these technologies.
They're into what
with levitating technologies. How many freaking people in the 1950s? Every World's Fair or every everyone talked about flying cars. We're gonna have flying cars one day. We're not too far away.
If it wasn't for the oil industry, we probably would.
Right, Germany's working on electric vehicles, electric aircrafts, hovering, levitation technology. Then all of a sudden, none. We don't hear about anybody working on this shit ever again for like 70 years. Either they did come up with this stuff and now it's being used and hidden, or what? People just stopped thinking about it? Scientists stopped dreaming? No, something's up here.
Scientists stopped dreaming.
Right? Yeah, that's all it takes. Scientists need to stop being so married to the scientific method or so married to these rules and these laws that they feel govern mathematics and science. Use those rules as a guiding principle, but don't stop yourself from pushing beyond those rules. Allow those rules to be a boundary that you can push beyond. Don't let them handcuff you. Science is either totally handcuffed or they made such a joke out of these technologies to hide them that no reputable scientist wants to dive into the field. It's disgusting. But I think enough people are interested in it now that it's going to make a giant breakthrough very soon. I can just feel it. With the announcement of UAPs by the U.S. government and video and all, we're getting close to a reveal of anti-gravitic technology for sure.
Gravitic, I love when you use that term.
Yeah.
So funny, dude.
I know. I was just watching the other episode, and you asked him. He said, "Is that really the word?"
Yeah.
Said, yep, that's the word.
Gravitic.
Yeah, man.
It's too good.
It's just crazy.
Pedro is a straight zaddy. That's so funny.
Shit
dude. I didn't know
disappears.
zaddy was a thing. Zaddy. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So if we were that close to the flying cars in the 50s, we figured it out.
So-
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. No facts. No, they exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just don't have. They just don't give us tech. So the Mexican president came out and said, "Yo, woodland elves are real, and here's a photograph."
It's silly. That doesn't mean to look like a woodland elf to me. What would you call that? What do you think that is?
Umbrella blanket term, cryptid, or an old lady, or an old lady in a tree.
So what about these things that I see all over the place that look like predator camo, where you can see them moving through the foliage, but you can't actually see them? They're like cloaked.
Yeah,
they're bending light.
errors.
Have you seen the fucking thing that eats the goat? The chupacabra video? It's like it has like bat wings. It's under the goat, holding it, sucking its blood, and then when the people try to capture it, it looks like smoke on the ground. So you couldn't even you would never be able to even see this thing.
What would I look
in
up
that
here?
form?
I would, Chupacabra.
You could, or I would say, Cryptid
it?
eats goat.
Goat.
Yeah. It looks like it has bat wings. It would be on YouTube, not Google. Yeah, go to videos.
Google
There's no
and YouTube
pictures
are the
of it.
same
It's just
company.
a video. It's a YouTube video.
Okay.
And yeah, if I see it, I'll recognize it.
So I'll fuck Chupacabra. I'll say fucking.
Yeah, just say Cryptid.
Chase, have you heard about this?
Have you seen that video?
No.
Dude, it looks like it has.
No.
It's a total chupacabra. It looks like a dog, but it has bat wings.
Do you see it?
And it grabs them from underneath and holds them in place while they suck the blood. And these guys just happen to run. Yeah, that's it, I think. Yeah, this is it. Holy crap, this is the craziest shit I've ever seen. And it's hard to kind of tell.
Wait, are you showing it
At
on
first.
the podcast?
South America.
It's
I'm
on the
showing it
podcast.
on the stream, yeah.
So look, so see, under that goat, see there's like a black mass. They're going to zoom in on it and get close. Yeah. That goat, the first goat in front, see, look, see there's like a black thing underneath it holding onto it. Look at its arms.
Oh, what the fuck?
It looks like bat wings.
Attached to the goat.
I want to make sure they can see.
Look, it's still attached. It's sucking its blood from its neck.
Things
It's,
turn
it's
from
attached at the
strange
neck.
to downright creepy when the mysterious creature zips off into the forest.
Oh, this is that one channel, Slapped Ham.
Yeah, he's great. See, look at how it looks. So
watch
when
that
watch how it looks when it runs away. You would never know this
slow
is an
motion,
animal.
It almost looks
just
like a
like,
creepy
what the
shadow
fuck?
zipping
Yeah, it's just a
across the
fucking
ground.
floating shadow. But you saw it holding onto the goat, right? With the
Today, no one's
bat
been able to
arms.
explain what on earth this mysterious creature is.
I think that's maybe what a chupacabra is. I think that's
Dude,
it.
what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's got him wrapped. It's holding tight.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. This is Callan, and welcome to Slapped Ham.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's how
it.
every episode. In this first clip, we will see a chupacabra is eating a goat.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a chupacabra or something else? You
Even
decide.
better is top 15s. Well, he does number 15. Is it a chupacabra?
I can't do
or
those.
Is this man? I can't.
When they
fucking
with those
watch
voices,
him,
I
dude.
can't watch it. Yeah, there's a couple good channels where I just don't watch because of that.
Is it an actual ghost?
It's too slow.
Or is it just somebody being caught in a tree?
I can't watch Chills anymore
Well,
because
that's who that is. Chills.
all of his videos
Chills
are.
is top 15s.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what I was doing.
Chills to me talks like this. Hello, welcome back to Chills. If you want to
Burger-
watch my music video, click the link below.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Yeah. Is this real
Number
lettuce?
13. I'm the fucking worst.
Is this real lettuce or something more sinister?
Anyway, Chase doesn't have to hear our impressions. Hey, I appreciate you call, my man.
Yeah,
Thank you
it's
so
okay.
much. We'll
All
talk
right,
to you
man.
later, my friend.
Heck yeah, I'm here giving my opinion, being able to talk. So thank you.
I love
Thanks,
it.
man.
Yeah, no, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for that video too, or the
Yeah,
picture.
the fucking
That's
woodland
cool.
elf, brother.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, yeah. Hope you stay in the chat and watch the rest of the show.
Oh yeah, I'm watching the show. Can't wait to watch the rest of it. It's awesome.
Awesome, brother. All right, man. Talk to you later.
Yeah. So isn't that crazy though?
That's
Watch that video on your own
tripping.
time if you want to zoom in on that thing and check it out. It's a dog with bat wings that can turn into smoke, basically. And these guys don't look like they're fucking with the video or CGI. It just looks like they're trying to show what's been eating their goats.
Felicity said perfect impression.
Of Chills?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, that was Chills.
Who else did we do?
Chills. I did Slapped
Number
Ham.
15.
Hello, guys. This is Callan. Welcome back to Slapped Ham.
Yeah.
Today, in this first clip, we'll be looking at what people are calling a ghost.
Chupacabra. Yeah.
Chills. Yeah, Chills sucks.
But no, my favorite is Nuke. Nuke's top 5.
Yeah, he's good.
How does he sound?
He has a normal, good voice.
But he's sort of like Southern. He'll do like
Is it? Yeah, he talks like this. Hold on. What's his saying that he always
no.
goes
He'll
to?
be like
He has a saying.
He'll be like did you see it? And then he'll say, "Oh no, you know
That's
what, he
what
always
it
says?
is?
No,
Did
you know
you see it?
No,
It's just
no. The thing
quieter.
he always says is oh fuck, how does he? He's like it's like, is this bizarre? What does he say? He has a T-shirt and merch that says it.
Oh,
Hold on.
okay.
I
Yeah, I definitely the whole. Did you see it? That's the one he
Yeah.
does. He goes, it's yeah. So and so runs into the next room. Did you see it?
Yeah.
If you rewind the clip, you'll see in the back there's a black mass right over his right shoulder.
Hold on, because I can't believe I'm forgetting it. This is my favorite YouTube channel in the world.
Did you see it? Is his thing, I think.
I'll say merch. That's one of it, but there's more to it. Hold on, here we go.
It did not go well. That's the other one.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Is it real or just an elaborate hoax?
Yeah.
You decide.
Yeah.
That's his fucking thing.
Chills is I equate that with Chills more. This guy is that one thing for me when I think of him is that fucking did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. Or no, what was the one we just said? That's the one that's more common, I think.
No, and he'll say this next clip. Oh no, that's like more like Chills. Oh no, that he has the Southern accent. This next clip is truly bizarre.
Truly
And what
bizarre.
happened next
Yeah.
was truly terrifying.
Yeah, he does
Shit
truly
like that, yeah.
terrifying.
And what happened next was truly terrifying.
Yeah.
And-
Oh, it did not go well. That's the
Oh,
one
yeah,
I was
yeah,
trying to think
that's-
of.
yeah,
That's his
yeah,
favorite.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
He goes
what
to record
happened
himself in an
next?
abandoned hospital.
Yeah.
It
and
did
what happened
not go
next
well.
did not go well.
Did
yeah.
you see it?
Yeah. So in 1942, 3 men walked into a cave. Yeah, and he sort of sounds Southern. Yeah, we walked into a cave, and what they found terrified them all. Whatever the fuck it says.
You can watch the full-length video on their YouTube channel.
Is it real or just an elaborate? Yeah,
Yeah.
Visit Ghost Hunters BBU on YouTube.com. Yeah, he's the best. I love how he always shouts out the people too.
Yeah.
But that's his thing. Is it real?
That's funny.
Or just
Those are
an
like the
elaborate
ghost
hoax.
YouTubers that
You decide.
can't get out of my head.
Nuke's my boy.
Yeah,
Dude,
he
I
actually
talked
does
to him
really
on
great
Twitter.
stuff.
It's pretty cool.
Slapped Ham too. He's always got good stuff. I just haven't watched him in a few.
Thank you. This is Callan from Slap Time. So impressions are fun.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me somebody or a person or a country.
Ukraine.
This is I am from Ukraine. It's just Russian sounding.
Yeah.
Well, I from Ukraine.
Buenos Aires. What are you looking for? Accents? No, do New York
people.
or something.
New York.
Yeah.
What are you, a fucking asshole over here?
Or what were we talking about? Is there something? Oh, you said Southern. This guy's son to a Southern then.
Is it real or just an elaborate hoax?
I don't know.
You decide.
No.
I was doing nukes. Specifically.
Yeah.
Howdy there, partner. You want a mint julep?
There you go.
May I entice you in a taster beverage such as a mint julep?
That's like old school Southern. Yeah.
That's the only Southern I care about. Yeah.
Oh well, I do declare.
I'm famished, if I must say.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it is hotter than I'm hotter than a hooker in church.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, so murder, pretty wild. That's how you start sentences.
It's pretty wild.
Who's blowing you up, bruh?
I gotta take off actually.
All right.
I got babies to take care of.
I will continue the show on my own. This is now
Continue the show.
This is now cam talk, not crash talk. Continue the joke. Welcome back to cam talk. So all right, well that's that. So I want to hear you do an impression though. So ready? Do an impression of a German.
It is the anti-gravitic technologies that
You
we
just
have
said
been
anti-gravitic.
developing that will change this world. You must join me in changing the world for the better.
The only saying that doesn't work with that accent. That's great.
Anti-gravitic. They're the ones who developed the word. That's actually German word. Anti-gravitic means Thomas.
means Thomas. Stupidest shit I ever heard. All right, last one. Ready?
Sure.
Australian. Easy peasy.
All right.
All right, Mike.
There's a no wait.
grab a
What do you say in
boomerang.
Australia?
You grab a boomerang with your kangaroo.
We're walking around Australia.
Foster's Australian for
If you go to the Australian outback, you might find yourself in a sticky situation. A way to avoid getting eaten by a kangaroo might be as easy as taking a pair of boxing gloves with you when you go camping. Something like that.
Taken back.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you get challenged,
Yeah.
you gotta fight them up.
Last one. Greenland.
Greenland. Welcome to Greenland. We're very proud of our accent here
Swedish.
in Greenland. No, in Greenland.
Oh, I hear it now. I hear that.
Swedish is more Swedish. Greenland, Swedish.
Swedish, yeah.
Greenland, Swedish.
Oh, very
Greenland,
different.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Swedish Greenland.
Feed me. Give me one. I
Swedish
got you. Ready?
Greenland.
Ready? I got
Yeah,
this.
Antarctican.
What's this place? I'm from America.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Southern California.
like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is so crazy.
But it is
Number
crazy.
15.
You're not wrong. It's crazy.
It's like nuts. The vocal fry is the best.
What about
like-
Florida?
Ah!
Yeah, that's it. That's all I
Yeah.
have too.
Yeah.
Texas.
Hey there, partner. Howdy there.
Welcome to Dallas. Dallas, Texas. Down here in Texas.
Born and raised in Dallas.
We don't give a shit about what you have to say.
Yeah.
We're from Texas.
3 generations deep, you cock smoker. I don't know. Yeah.
Texas.
yeah. It's,
We got some good barbecue down here in Texas. You want to eat some good barbecue?
Ain't nothing better than
Where
Texas
are you
barbecue.
from? Your barbecue is shit. The answer's your barbecue is shit, no matter where you're from. Here in Texas,
Where are you from?
we do barbecue.
Where are you from?
Texas.
It doesn't matter where you're from.
You're not from Texas. You
was
don't
The
have
Rock.
my barbecue. That's Texas.
Yeah. Dude, how good is the movie Planet Terror, by the way?
Planet Terror took place in Texas.
In Texas.
My name is
Because-
George W. Bush, and I'm running for state governor of Texas.
Of Texas.
Doesn't it seem like, yeah, that sounds Texas to me.
W. George W.
Texas.
Do your best George W. impression.
My best, George W.
Yeah.
I was sitting there in my thinking chair,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, and then something happened.
I'm thinking,
I had a thought.
I'm forgetting my thinking cap.
I had a thought in that moment, and then I choked on a chip, and they saved me. They saved me.
They being God.
Vote for me.
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
Florida.
Jeb is my brother. We look nothing alike. I think he was adopted. All right, ready? Last one. JFK. Ask not what you can do for your country.
I want to provide
that's the
proof
opposite.
of alien. I want to provide. I want to
What
provide proof
fucking
of
accent is
alien
that?
technology. No, of alien. What was he? Boston.
He was Boston.
But I want to give you a. No, I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know anything he says.
Ask not.
No, but
what you
other
can do
than
for your
those two
country,
words,
what your country can do.
do
for
like
you.
an impression of
I keep
him.
doing
Yeah,
it backwards.
yeah, I can't.
So just say, I was assassinated in a car on my way.
No, car's the only word that
Dealey
sounded
Plaza.
good. Yeah.
Fuck you.
What does he say? It's true. Because car sounds Boston when you do car. I'm trying to think. What's like a sentence that Boston people say and then just do it as JFK?
I was driving my car and I hit a bumper.
Okay,
I hit your
there you go.
bumper.
I hit my bumper on your car.
There it is.
There it is.
There it
I just
is.
needed something that could be said in
My
Boston.
brother Bobby was shot and killed.
After
was a horrible-
I was dead already.
I came back from the dead to witness his death.
My other brother drowned a woman by crashing his car over a bridge.
My son.
This
was
all could have been
lost in a plane
avoided
crash.
if you didn't shoot me. If you hadn't. So here's the thing. What if JFK, in wanting to reveal everything to the American public, did reveal things to his family? And then all of the people he revealed things to all ended up dead eventually, unfortunately. So maybe he wasn't the only one.
TBRM said
hit by
they can
this.
do the Cali girl.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it
Mm-hmm.
in typing format.
Yeah.
Oh my God. GAWWD.
All right.
All right, you're done. Well, as always, that was
As always, welcome back to the podcast that never sleeps. We will not sleep. We will not cry. We will not feel pain. We will push through. We will be, as we have always been, the strongest nation in this world. A united peoples together fighting for what matters.
We are united.
A united peoples.
And we are also states.
And we are
and
states.
we are in America. You could say, perhaps, we are the United States of America.
Yes. Liquid in its liquid state, solid state, and gas state.
Yeah.
Welcome to the United States. United States.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I
You
was
went Australian for a minute.
Welcome to... Okay, I got to go, man. I got to go.
All right, what did Alicia say? You guys need to do some clickbaity challenges to get the hype up.
I know, that's funny.
Yes.
That's what Cameron says.
I did say that.
I know. We'll do
Great
something.
minds think alike.
We'll think of something.
What did she say after that? Beatty. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant. All right. Well, guys, thank you so very much. We appreciate you. Everybody in the chat, we fucking love you. This has been episode 2 of Crash Talk. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your love. We appreciate your effort. Guys, very important.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have got to hit that like button right meow.
Yeah, it's true.
Hit that like button right meow, and then leave a comment.
More
I know
likes.
You've been in the chat, and
More
that's dope, and
episodes.
we appreciate you. But the more likes, the more episodes, the more people get out, and then we can start having a lot more fun, get a little more production value. We could light Jared a little bit better.
Yeah.
Even though there's 15 lights on him
It's
right
weird.
now. There's 15 lights on you, and still it's just so dark, and I'm lit like a god. I think it's because I produce light, but I'm self-illuminating. Anyway, so this podcast never sleeps. Jared, what do you have to say to the human beings?
Thank you all for joining me today and for taking my speech to heart. I hope that I've changed your hearts and minds and that you will be better people for having seen this. Good night.
Oh, I thought.
And may God bless America.
Oh, I thought I was asking Jared, not John Frederick Kennedy him fucking self.
Right? It's dialing in.
Yeah,
It's getting there.
Guys, all the love, all the appreciation. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. You guys rock. We will see you next time. For next episode, we will be next thing will be the podcast Never Sleeps, TPTNS, episode 22, and we got a lot in store for you. This is an episode we've been waiting to do for a very long time. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Or am I
The
right?
next
Am I
two
right?
are
Am I
really,
right? Am I right?
really highly
The next
anticipated.
two are very, highly touted is brilliant. The next one's going to be so much fun. So, guys, Tuesday at 5 p.m., don't miss it. And then Thursday, episode 3 of Crash Talk. We love you so much. See you next time. TBRM, you rock. Alicia, you rock. Chase,
Felicity,
you rock.
everybody
Felicity,
in the chat, thank you so much.
You all rock.
Thank you all.
Thank you all for being a part of something so fucking dope. All right. Love you guys. Tina, see you. All right, we out.
Yay.
A boom, a shock, a lock, a move.
Lots of fun, man. Talking about fun stuff.
Yeah.
Fun things. Many fun subjects were talked about on the show.
That fucking light kept falling.
There's got to be a way. Well, we got to set it up just a little bit sturdier next time. I tried.